Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be very special. In a way, I consider this very special because in my opinion, it's like these are the type of videos I would always look for whenever I first got into makeup. I was so curious as to what will work for my type of skin and stuff like that. So today I have for you 3 of the top foundations that I personally think are the best 3 foundations for oily skin. I have 1 high-end and 2 drugstore. So if you want to see what 3 foundations are amazing for oily skin, then go ahead and just keep watching. I'm going to start off with my first foundation. The first foundation that I think is amazing for oily skin. If you have super oily skin like I do, you will love this foundation. This is a Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is the best thing you could ever get. They actually just changed their formula, so this is currently flashback free. So it no longer, I believe it had SPF in the last batch, but the new formula does not have SPF, so it does not flash back on any photography with flash. So this foundation lasts so long on the skin, and it's unbelievable how long it lasts without getting super oily and greasy and making your face, y'all, if you have oily skin, you know exactly what I mean, to where it looks so ugly. Like, it's just so ugly, it's too oily, it looks dirty and stuff like that. This foundation does not do that. This foundation will legit last through anything. You can work out with this, you can sweat in this, you can dance in this. If you're a bride, prom, this will be your lifesaver. I love this foundation. It is super full coverage, but like I said, a little bit goes such a long way, so you can actually make it medium coverage, but if you want to make it super full coverage, you'll just go in with more. Super amazing. Highly recommend this foundation. I believe this retails for about $42 plus tax, so I promise you it's so worth it. But I would recommend using this whenever it's a special event. Okay, so the next foundation I have for you is from the drugstore, and honestly, there was a point in time where I would reach for this more than my Estee Lauder foundation, which says a lot. As far as coverage wise, obviously I would still go with my Estee Lauder foundation, but this foundation from Wet n Wild, this is a photo focus foundation. This is shade Buff Biscuit. By the way, and the Estee Lauder foundation, I am shade Rattan. And honestly, this foundation is really good. It has no flashback, so it's really good on flashback. Honestly, I have less than half left for this foundation, and this retails for $5.99, but it's super good. It does not get oily on me. It lasts a really long time on me. I've had people ask me, like, stop me in the middle of nowhere and say, hey, what foundation are you wearing? Your skin looks amazing, I really like it. Your skin doesn't look oily, what are you wearing? And it's majority of the time this, and it's a really good foundation, guys. You really need this. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a more affordable one for prom or anything like that. It looks really good in pictures. This specific foundation is medium coverage, but you can always build it up, and it builds up really good. It does not get cakey, and with the right primer, I use a ColourFX mattifying primer with it, and it works really good with it. But honestly, this foundation is really good. You probably will be fine with the regular affordable primer, but this is a go run. Like, you really need this. Highly recommend this one. Okay, so for my last foundation, I use the same foundation but in 2 different shades. I actually mix them because I feel like one's a little bit too dark and the other one's a little bit too light. So I just mix them together to get my perfect shade. And as you all know, which I'm sure you all know by now, but these are the Maybelline Super Stay foundations, and I love these. These are super full coverage. I feel like they're almost as full coverage as my Estee Lauder foundation. They last a really long time. They do not get oily or cakey on me, and they're really good foundations. These are a little bit more expensive than the Wet n Wild. These are about $11.99 or $10.99, around there. They're super affordable still, but this foundation is really, really good, guys. Like, you need this in your life. No flashback tested, lasts a really long time. I've wore this from 8 in the morning all the way up until 3 p.m. and it still looked good as new. Really love it. Only thing that I would say is it oxidizes a tiny bit, but it's not too extreme. Nothing to worry about. And it does dry down pretty quickly, so I would recommend, I usually use this foundation with a sponge, so I would recommend a sponge for blending it out and work pretty quickly, because like I said, it does dry down quick, and once it dries down, it's kind of hard to like try to blend it out. So I would recommend working quick, work in sections, like just try to do one side at a time and then move on to the other side. But overall, really, really great foundation and super affordable. Love it. Alright guys, so that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you try out these foundations. I hope this video is really helpful for you if you do have oily skin, because like I said, I would always look for these videos as a person that has extremely oily skin. I honestly would just get a napkin and like I could legit see through the napkin by how much oils I was producing. Also, I do want to mention that just because these foundations worked for me does not mean it will work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, it's probably because you're not moisturizing your face or drinking enough water. So what I like to do is I literally set a goal for myself of how much water I want to drink every day and stuff like that. And I did recently start using moisturizer. I never believed in moisturizer. I always thought it didn't work. But honestly, it does make a really, really huge difference. So like I said, if you feel like you're extremely oily and nothing's lasting on you and then everything's just getting cakey, try moisturizing. Honestly, I use a Neutrogena one. You do not have to use a lot of money on a moisturizer. The Neutrogena oil-free one is actually really, really good. Honestly, like I really recommend it. It literally does not make your face oily. It lasts a really long time. It soaks right into your skin. Also, I recommend toning your face and exfoliating your face at least 3 to 4 times a week. You do not have to use an extreme exfoliator for it, but it does make a huge difference in oily skin. So those are just my tips. I hope it helps. I hope it helps you in any way if you're oily and you've been looking for a foundation that really works for your skin type. I really hope this video helps. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. I hope y'all subscribe. I hope you like this video. And like I said, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.